Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I am Chandra Lynn. This is in no way channeled messages, although I do believe like messages are going to come in. This is more, I'm just kind of coming in. I'm going to start talking. I'm like it's like from how Spirit has described it to me is it's like, oh man, I can't even really find a good analogy for it. And I know that there is one, there's like plenty. But there is this movement, right? But it's not, it's like a flow movement. It's in no way like walking or anything. It's like as if you were actually now just kind of continuously flowing into your evolution, your journey, your awareness. At least that's how I have been experiencing it, because things like going deeper seems to be the key. And I have discussed it with those that I have been blessed with having in communication with me while I'm moving on my journey. But the other night I was in space, healing space, with a beautiful sister, and that space, who like I am really used to like purging toxic stuff that comes up right away. I'm really good and used to like doing it, but this came across different. The way that I was able to describe it was when I had a dog that had gotten snake bit, and it happened while I was out of town. And so when I got home and I found him and he was sick, it was like this really sticky, thick, like coating kind of stuff. And that is what I was feeling like I was purging the other night. And I heard Spirit say like it's like the venom. It's like the getting more to the root, getting more to like, where the poison in a sense was introduced. And so all of this stuff is coming up for me, and there are things that are even more coming to light for me. I mean, and just really simply, easily, like boom, boom, boom. And I'm used to like having a bunch of different aspects being unfolded, but this just seems to be a complete reality shift. Like it's continuously shifting, more information on like your own experiences is continuously being revealed. And I was really shocked last night when it was revealed to me just like how accurate the energy I pick up is. And I mean like pinpoint accurate. And so with that, and recognizing that when I had expressed this, I did think to myself, like, Chandra, you have got to find a less crazier way of expressing this energy, because it's, yeah. Anyways, and then come to find out, like, no, exactly how it was spoken was exactly what was happening. And realizing that I was still holding self-doubt there. And so it's like releasing that, and then all of these things that I have doubted on this path, mainly things that I have picked up, energies that I have picked up. And the first thing that my conscious self does is go, like, it's really, not okay for you to just automatically go there. And so it was a sense of thinking like you're just thinking the worst, and so you got to create a pattern to get you out of that. But realizing like, no, I am really picking up on energies that are intentionally doing shit. And the confirmation of that, that's what's picked up, because whenever you get like hurt or something and it's not intentional, it was in no way the intention, even if it was extremely hurtful, it's like you get no intuition kind of awareness. But when it is coming at you with intention, you do have awareness and you do get shown. All you have to do is stop doubting your self, stop believing that you are being the bad person, and start believing that your energy is picking up on what is maliciously being intended towards you. Like, we're not doing coffee today, we're doing tea, obviously. All right. So with that, and I know I'm going to bring it up because I'm just here talking, and it's also recognizing that there are things on my healing path, there are aspects to my healing path that I really would just like to put off for as long as I possibly can. Just because for me, it wasn't a priority. It in no way felt like a priority. But I since have revealed to myself that the reason why these aspects of me are in no way present or really integrated as a part of me is because anytime those aspects would come up, I would like jump on them really freaking quick and make them get into the dungeon or something, right? It's like, yeah, it goes in the hole and I realized just how quickly when certain aspects of certain feelings and certain things come up for me, the first thing I do is automatically squash it. And because that has been such a big pattern in my life, and because it's also part of like the most scariest aspect of my healing, I did like tell myself last night after going deep and then going in and talking with spirit, that I was like, well, there are all these other aspects that are really important to me that I feel like I should take care of first before I move into that. Like, I recognize that that is something that I need to move into, and I'm in no way going to continuously ignore it and push it back. But that for me, in the place that I was last night, was I'm going to put that off because these are more important. And right before I came on and started recording, the energy hit me that like, no, that is the first thing. You gotta flip it. Everything is being flipped in our favor right now, right? So the thing that you want to put off, the monster that you do not want to face or chase down and give a fucking hug, the thing that seems like the most logical thing to put off according to what is going on in your life right now, because it's just not really something you have allowed yourself to embrace. Therefore, you don't really pick up on the missing aspects of that energy for you playing a key component in your overall life. So it is the first thing that I should It is the first thing I should run up to. And I know for me, I'm just like, nope. My conscious self is like, fuck that shit. We are not doing it. And yeah, we are. I'm so fucking do it. I'm going to run and jump. Like, that's what I fucking do. I mean, I'm not running out there to find it or anything. I'm not like intentionally like, this is what's happening right now. But it is something that I'm aware that when the energy presents itself, I am going to be stepping into it, even though I feel like logically for my life, it's probably like really to everything that I have going on. It's one of the last things that I should focus on. Logically, worldly speaking. And I know I'm like speaking this without getting really descriptive, but I feel like if I'm going through this energy, then you're going through this energy. And I know that all of us are going through these energies differently. So like the aspect that I'm really focused on, I know others, that's going to be their aspect too. But there are so many aspects to life and our lives. And as a collective that hears what each other is saying and understands and uses it as a way of gaining that clarity and confirmation and finding the strength to move forward for yourself and having other souls that are focused on the same thing, so it's like beautifully matched. I wanted to come in as like descriptive, but not limiting what it's talking about. In our hemisphere, in my hemisphere, we're getting ready to kind of go into fall, and that's what I've been hearing from Spirit. Like you are no longer the way that it's been explained to me, for me, is that I'm no longer creating the patterns and cycles that will allow me to choose. I'm no longer having to continuously like choose over and over and over again that my journey is my journey, and this is my purpose, and this is what I do. This is how I choose to move. This is my lifestyle. These are my choices. These are my habits. These are my patterns. And that was the biggest thing for us, is to create that. Now we've created it, so we're no longer driving. We're being chauffeured. So we're continuously moving because we're trusting in our higher selves to kind of navigate it. And we're just going to really enjoy the ride. And then when we see something that we truly want, or to stop and, explore, and whatnot, that's when we're like, hey, pull over. It's like we're constantly almost in a sense being chauffeured, right? But you're still in complete control. So while you are no longer having to continuously focusing on like, where are you turning, where are you driving, how are you driving, what direction are you driving in, it's like you're now kind of able to gather all of the data from learning how to get into the energy of trusting and allowing yourself to be driven, right? Allowing yourself to be chauffeured in the direction, and trust that that is where you are going. So it's time to gather all the data that even past that, but it's like past the start of your journey is already comprised into what you feel is important. And now you're going to gather all the data and go through it and go through your experiences and comprise that. And that is what is going to help you kind of like, this is the gathering of information time and going over everything and allowing itself to be re-revealed to you. You're allowing it to be re-revealed to you. And then like the winter time is when everything's going to kind of go dormant. The real plans are going to be made on like, where are we continuously like moving to. So Um, I have been told that because I am now in a place where the energy is continuously flowing, I am continuously flowing, and I'm just naturally, like, the energy is just guiding me. It doesn't matter how much I stay still, how much I'm either in hermit mode or I am sharing with my community. It is always moving. Every day, more and more is being revealed. More and more of that veil, more and more of the shit is being removed and revealed. So if you're still here and this is really resonating with you, and you know, because if this is resonating with you, you know that thing that you're like, yeah, I see that, but I'm still gonna kind of like, that's on the back list, right? That list needs to be flipped, and that thing needs to be the first thing. It's going to be the hardest thing, but it needs to be the first thing, and it will like, in a sense, repair, or it will complete. It calls more of you back to you. That aspect of you is not with you, because if it was, you would feel it, and you would know that you would be missing it. But whatever this is, I know for me, it's like, yeah, I've never felt that way. I've never really experienced. It really doesn't feel important. But whatever it is very important. It is part of you that is missing and has been missing and has not, and it needs to be called back. It needs to be called back. It's like realizing, like, it's great that we're being chauffeured now, and so that's why you've got to call that aspect back. You've got to call that aspect back, because it's like giving an off-ramp, right? It's giving an off-ramp to a different energy, and you don't even know what that energy is, because you don't even care about the fact that that aspect has been missing, because you've never held it. So, as scary as it is, because it's like, if you've never known that aspect of you, then you don't know what you are in that aspect, or who you are holding that aspect. There are so many scary components to it, right? Like, whatever. Anyways, that energy, that aspect is continuously giving, like, off-ramps and side roads that lead to shitty fucking shit that you in no way would choose for your energy to go. But it is there. It's already there. It's always been there. You just don't know it, and you haven't felt it, and now you got to call it back. It's the first thing you need to work on. The one thing that you're like, I'm going to put that off for a little bit longer because these are more important. Like, nope, flip it. You got to jump and flip it and do it. And, like, this is for me. This is for me. This is for you. This is for us. We've got to flip it, and we've got to flip it. We've got to flip it. Things, like, all I'm being told is, like, oh man, you will feel so good once that is called back to you. Once you call it back to you. Because it's going to be, it's you. It's missing parts of you. It is. And so, with all the energy, right? Like, everybody's always complete. So you choose what's there. This is the part that you have to call back first in order to fill everything that you have already been letting go of. All right, I'm gonna leave it because we're like at 20 minutes, and yeah, I've still gotta. Oh yeah, I've got to flip it my freaking self and do it. So this is me. Like, if you're like, sometimes, like, I haven't felt like that in a very long time, but let's get ourselves back.